Hey guys, how's it going? It's Danconia and welcome back to Overwatch. And this is Overbuff, so you know what that means. It's time for our Overwatch Season 11 review. And to be quite honest, I don't know why I am introing this so hyped, because it has been a bad season. As you can see, my main account has a negative win rate, 45%. I had an atrocious start to this season. Let's give some background. Last season was massive. Season 10 was an absolutely massive season for me. I reached Plat for the first time. It was a massive season. I had a massive push at the end of the season and I got that Plat and I thought, hey, massive. This is awesome. I wasn't expecting to place Plat at the start of season 11. Simply because it was such a push at the end of the season. I thought it would be around 2450, something like that. Or best result, I could go evens and I'd be about Plat, about that 2500 place, you know. I think it was something like 24 something, I don't know. But yeah, it was about where I thought it would be. Then ensued one of the worst times in my Overwatch career. I dropped nigh on 500 SR to about 2k, and yeah, I was not happy. That's putting it lightly. Yeah, I wasn't happy. And it's at that point I kind of took a step back from Overwatch for a while, especially competitive. Too much stun. It's kind of getting on my nerves as a Reinhardt main. Luckily, we now have the ability to counter Brigitta's shield bash. Thank you very much, Overwatch. I saw that in the patch notes. Very much appreciated. Came back, refreshed, lost a few games, but I did climb at the end of the season back to 2200. I was higher than that. I was about 2300 at one point. So I did climb back some of the way, but I'm still like about 300 SR off of where I was last season. It is disappointing. I'm not going to lie. Looking back at this season though, I have kind of messed around a bit. Last season, I one-tricked Reinhardt. Looking at my playtime from last season, I one-tricked Reinhardt. I had so many hours on him compared to D.Va, Orisa, Roadhog, Zarya. Hammond wasn't in the game at that point. Compared to the other heroes, I one-tricked Reinhardt last season, and I think that benefited me in terms of my SR. I could literally concentrate on what I was getting wrong and what I was getting right with Reinhardt. And, you know, it allowed me to get in a position where I was a Plat player. This season, however, I stood back from Reinhardt a bit, simply because the meta kind of like made it awful to play Reinhardt, or it felt awful to play Reinhardt, and I started to pick up D.Va again. D.Va, that sounded wrong actually. I didn't pick up D.Va. I started playing D.Va again. Yeah, I've been really enjoying D.Va right now, but the problem I have with D.Va is, as you can see, she has exactly the same win rate as Reinhardt, exactly 50%. 11-11, 19-19, so as you can see it's pretty even, right? But my D.Va has always felt... The problem I have with D.Va right now is the fact that I feel like I'm not playing to the best of my ability with D.Va. Even though my D.Va, as the stats will show, bearing in mind the slight difference in position, you know, Reinhardt protected with the shield, D.Va a bit more aggressive, they show they're pretty much on a par. But I always think that my D.Va lacks slightly, and I could be a lot better on D.Va than I am if I just like really solidified some things. But I think that takes me to play a heck of a lot of D.Va, and that's kind of a route I want to avoid if possible, because I don't want to be a one-trick, but sometimes I fall into the habit of being a one-trick, like last season where I one-tricked Rein. This season it's been a lot more spread out, and if you see the other two accounts in a minute, then they're even more spread out, but they've been played a lot less. Orisa's been interesting because she was poor at the start of the season, but at the end of the season, she felt quite good. Roadhog is a interesting story because at the end of the season, I was playing quite a bit of Roadhog, and he felt really nice. He felt really good to play. I don't know what it was, but I felt like I was popping off on Roadhog all the time. So, whether that is a hero I might play more of next season, again, along with Winston, is a hero I want to play more of. Zarya last season was really good. I had somehow a really high positive win rate on Zarya, something like 70%. I don't know how that happened because I'm not a good Zarya player. I would say she's probably my weakest tank. Her and Hammond, but Hammond, the problem with Hammond is he hasn't been out long. Zarya this season's been awful. 16% win rate is non-existent, let's be honest. Old Wrecking Ball down here with the 50% win rate. I don't feel I've played enough Wrecking Ball yet to get... He's a bit like Doomfist, right? Wrecking Ball has a series of things that you need to nail down. The swing in, the... I don't even know all of his abilities yet. Well, I know his abilities, but I don't know the official name for them. But it's Ground Slam. I know that's a Doomfist ability, but when he pounds the ground and then activates shield and then hook out again once you've done some damage. It's kind of like the Doomfist. You can do a few ways with Doomfist. You can punch in, shoot, up and out, or you can up, in, shoot, punch out. Or if you've got ult, you can use that as an escape route or an aggressive route. So yeah, I need to nail down Hammond because he's a really, really interesting hero to play, and it's a hero I could see me playing quite a bit. And I said that when Hammond came out. So, and obviously next season we have a new map because we'll have Busan sometime next season. And looking at the timings, I don't think we'll get next hero next season. Yeah, we're way too far away because new hero will be BlizzCon. So that's a bit too far away, but we will definitely getting Busan as a map next season at some point. But it's not even on live yet, so I don't think we'll have it for the start of the season. But at some point next season, we'll get Busan. So, 54 wins, 66 losses, 2,203. It's not been the best of seasons, I'm not going to lie. But we move on to my other accounts, right? And for this, we're going to have to do it a bit differently. Because of the private profile issues, I've tried to sort it out with my other two accounts and it hasn't worked. So Overbuff hasn't updated, so we're going to have to go to Overwatch. This is Anyung. Anyung is my... If you didn't know, and you've been around here for a while, it used to be named Noncadia. It's my second account. It was always meant to main support, but it kind of differs here and there. It was renamed to Anyung to become a Diva one-trick account, so I could sort my Diva play out. And that happened for one season, and then this happens. Yeah. Literally all that's been done on this account this season... I will make sure I get this right, though. Actually, I have no way of doing that. But, all that's been done on this account this season has been... it's placements. 10 games played. That's all it's done this season, is placements. Last season, it was at 2188 on a season high with a one-trick of Diva, with Brigitte as the second option. This season has been rather different. It's gone back to more of its support roots. Zen. I played a heck of a lot of Zen in the placements, and I tell you what. A little known fact. Going back before I played Reinhardt, and I'm going back to the times where I had no idea how to play Reinhardt, by the way. I had literally no idea. I was like, please, I can't play Reinhardt. I will not play Reinhardt. I don't know how to play Reinhardt. So it was. Going back before the days where I mained Diva, so I'm talking like really early on in my Overwatch career, I was a Zen main. A Zen Junk main. Before Junk had his tire speed upgrade and all sorts. It was crazy back then. But I used to be a half decent Zen, I'll have you know. And it seems to have come out on this account this season for some reason. So yeah, it went Zen and Wrecking Ball, Hammond, whatever. Bit of Brigitte in there, Lucio. Another hero I really want to do some work on and learn is Anna. I think Anna could be quite strong coming up. I really want to learn Anna. She's just a completely different type of support to play, and she's really cool. So I really want to try to concentrate next season on perhaps maining Anna on this account or something, because she's a really nice hero to play. Really nice and really like fulfilling when you play Anna well. If you play Anna well, I find it's like it gives you a lot of fulfillment in what you've done. So that's a hero I really want to improve on. But I could see this being a Zen Anna account next season, which kind of makes no sense because it's called Ann Young, but you know, it's the way it is. But yeah, this is literally only players placements. It's not really, there's not much to look at on this account. 8 wins, 2 losses. Yeah, it went really well. In fact, actually, this was my best ever placements. I don't think I've ever gone better than 8 and 2. I don't think I've even got anywhere near 8 and 2. So this was the best placements ever. This is a season high. This is a career high, and at least something has been on the up for one of my accounts. But now it's time to go to Danconia, but I'm going to cut the video here because I'm going to have to log out and log in. Okay, this is Danconia. So, if you were here for previous season reviews, then you'll know all about this. But if you haven't been, this is my DPS account. This is the youngest of the 3 accounts. DPS has never been my strong point. So bear with me, because this is not going to be the most brilliant of reading. But, and also, if you didn't notice and you didn't know before, they were all anagrams of my YouTube name until I changed the second account to Ann Young. Danconia and Danconia are both anagrams. So this account is my DPS account, and this season it has had a massive spread of heroes played. It's really interesting because I love this music, by the way. Can you stop? Goes on for so long. Hanzo is not my main. I will admit that straight out. I am not even the best Hanzo in here. I bet I've got a negative win rate. Oh, 2 and 2. Oh, okay. But my Hanzo is not brilliant, but it has got a lot better thanks to this season and last season, perhaps, where I played Hanzo. Yeah, I played a lot of Hanzo last season. But previously, it's been more Junkrat Tracer focused. Or just Junkrat. But this is my DPS account, and this season, this like block here on screen, this is the most widespread varied hero pool I have ever had in the competitive season on any account. It's pretty crazy. 45 minutes on Hanzo, 40 minutes on Pharah, 39 minutes on Tracer. Tracer is my main on this account. I'm not gonna lie, my best DPS hero is Tracer. Possibly followed by Junk. Then Doomfist. Then Hanzo. Then perhaps Widow, I don't know. Something like that anyway. 38 minutes on Widow, that's my highest ever placement. 4th for Widow, right? I don't think it's my highest ever play time. I've had a few hours on Widowmaker in a season before. Even Pharah's right up there. Start of the season, I was heavily Pharah focused on this account. Then I kind of bled into Hanzo, because Hanzo is like heavily meta. Until more recently, and Zarya Grab Nurse and stuff like that. Junkrat is always a go-to for me if I've been struggling aim-wise. So if I go into a game and I struggle with Hanzo, I switch to Tracer, and I struggle with Tracer, I will generally switch to Junkrat, because I know I am fairly consistent on Junkrat. I can, well, saying that, Junkrat is fairly easy to do damage with, but I am fairly consistent on Junkrat, so I know that I can do decently. McCree is up there as well. Another hero that I have steadily been trying to improve my play of. Doomfist is another hero that has come out of Deathmatch for me. My Deathmatch career started off as Widowmaker, and I can show you this on my main account if I ever do. It started off on Widowmaker, then I went to Tracer, and that's how I learnt Tracer. Because it was Tracer, going back about a year ago, I looked at Tracer mains and I thought, you are fantastic. if you are a main of Tracer, and I will hold this in such high regard all the time, if you main Tracer at a high level, you are a fantastic player. Because Tracer takes a lot of dedication, a lot of concentration. I'm not taking this away from other heroes. They're right. They're in their place and they take a lot of dedication as well. But Tracer is like such a unique playstyle that even Seagull on his stream, on his Diva Nano Cola stream, he doesn't really play Tracer, and when he goes to play Tracer, he's like, how do these people play Tracer? Because she's so fast paced. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I have huge respect for players of Tracer at the highest level. Absolute insanity. Anyway, I've gone off on a tangent. So this kind of led me to a thing where I kind of wanted to learn Tracer, and this whole account came about because of that. And my Tracer is actually my best DPS hero right now. One hero that is coming up the ranks is Doomfist. Because when I finished with Tracer and Deathmatch, that kind of learning curve, I switched to Doomfist. Pretty much similarly to when he came out. And he is like awesome. If you can, especially in the current meta, if you're a good Doomfist player, you are going to wreck an entire team. And believe me, I have had some of those moments where Doomfist has just been incredible. My win rate, you know, it says 71%, even though it's 1 game won and 1 game lost. I don't know how you can say that. But it's actually decent. Tracer, I have highly negative win rate on Tracer this season on this account. But I will literally go to Tracer on anything. Again, not too good on Farah. I don't know why I keep doing that. Widow. Even Stevens. Who else? This is why I don't want to do it on here. See, Hanzo. 2-2 we checked. McCree. Lost. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Soldier 76. Lost. How did I have a positive win rate on it? I don't have a positive win rate on this account, that's why. Yeah, I don't... All heroes. This season has been... I don't take this account entirely seriously, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Don't get me wrong, I don't throw on this account or anything. But because it's my DPS account, it's much more of a learning curve account than it is a try-hard account. My main is an enormous try-hard, and I tell you what, if I like lose games consecutively on my main account, I tilt, and I will admit that I go berserk, because that is an account I care so much about that I want to do extremely well on it. And I suppose you can only say that for, you know, everyone's main account, right? But that account is so precious to me, that main account. But this account is more of a learning curve sort of thing, and so I do some different things on it. Go back to season 10, and for some reason I pulled out the Hanzo, and it went badly. I'm not gonna lie. You compare season 9 to season 10, I fell 200 on SR, but it was a learning curve. I fell a bit more SR this season, but I don't really care about that as long as you're having fun, and I have fun on this account. This is the account I have fun on. That's the best way to describe it. Because I don't... Care is not the right word, but I'm not worried if I lose as long as I am learning, right? And I don't mind that, as, you know, that's, if I lose out to a really good player on the main account, I don't really mind that too much. I've been outplayed. But when I'm getting golds and silvers on Reinhardt and I'm not winning games, I'm like, come on, Blizz, if you see what I mean. So throwers and whatever don't help, but this account is like, I might start narrowing my season reviews to my main account, because these two accounts, maybe Anyang will creep back into it, but these two accounts I don't concentrate on as much anymore. As you can see, the playtime is much less than it ever has been. because if I'm not playing on my main account, I'm generally not playing Overwatch. That's that's me being honest. Anyway, so that's the season review. It's been a really, really weird season. Season 12 could have all sorts in store. To be quite honest, the meta's not going to change much because we have an incredibly varied meta right now. It's not one thing or another. The Hanzo Zarya combos are still there, but they're not as prevalent as they were early season 11. Winston D.Va dive is still very much playable. With the Brigitte nerfs, when she collides with a Doomfist Rocket Punch or a Rhine Charge, they will both fall down. That's going to only contribute to more varied metas. And, you know, Hammond / Wrecking Ball has only contributed to that, because I believe the pros are using Wrecking Ball / Hammond as a main tank a lot of the time, which is very interesting because that negates the shield for the rest of the team. So that's something we're probably going to see looking into the World Cup for Overwatch, and we'll see how Hammond is used, because there could be some crazy stuff going on. Anyway, the World Cup is very soon. Going back to general Overwatch, if you haven't been in the game in the past few days, the D.Va Nano Cola challenges are available right up here. You got to win 9 games in arcade play, quick play, arcade, or competitive play. You will get, for 3 wins, some sprays. Another 3 wins, taking you up to 6, will give you a player icon, and another 3 wins equaling 9 will give you D.Va's Nano Cola skin, which looks something a bit like this. This is D.Va Nano Cola skin from the animated short. You saw a lot of green D.Vas around. This is it. This is it. And I presume this is the mech after that battle. I don't know, because she had to rebuild her mech. Anyway, if you haven't done them, go and check them out. It's not really hard to do this. There are also sprays for D.Va. If I find them very quickly while I'm here, these sprays here, I've got them all unlocked on my main account. These are for watching streamers with drops enabled on Twitch. Notable names: Aimbot Calvin, Valkyr, Seagull, as I mentioned earlier. They've all got drops enabled on their streams for these sprays. You need to watch 8 hours in total to get all of them, but they go in steps of 2 hours for different sets. These 2 sprays are the sprays for the achievements in-game, so the 3 wins, you get these two skins. So get in and do them if you wish to. If you're a D.Va main, I highly suggest it, because otherwise you're going to miss out on that lovely skin. And yeah, that's kind of where I got to leave it, I think. I don't think there's much else for me to talk about news-wise. This will be going out on a Friday instead of a Saturday, because Saturday has now been taken up with Fortnite challenges, because they decided to change the day the challenges came out, which is a bit frustrating. But yeah, Overwatch is on a Friday now. Yeah, I think that's about it. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you in the next season. See you then.